Hello, what's up? This is Speaking with Judgment, hosted by Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Court is back in session. Yes, let's do it. Josh Allen, how are we feeling? Bills Mafia, are we feeling good? Your quarterback and the Bills reached an agreement on a new record-setting 6-year, $330 million deal that includes $250 million guaranteed. That's the largest guarantee ever given to an NFL player. It's the largest ever for an NFL player. Show me the money, and they did. The immediate future will feature Josh Allen as the Bills' starting quarterback. And the Buffalo Bills, to me, know what they have in a quarterback. A new contract for a guy who has been nothing but terrific for you, almost unarguably the best quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes in the league MVP. He is the reason why the Buffalo Bills last year reached the AFC Championship game. This criticism, this critique, calling him the most overrated player in the league, it is incorrect, it is irresponsible, and unwarranted. I love Josh Allen. I love watching him play. Congratulations to Josh Allen. This season was all about Josh Allen. I mean, listen, what he can do on the field, I thought it was the best season of his NFL career. Watching the way he played last season, taking care of the football, not being too reckless, not trying to do everything. He had, the amazing games, and, he had that kind of year where he basically said, pay me. When you're playing clean football, it makes him clearly a top-tier quarterback. This is a guy who no one wanted out of high school. He got one offer after community college, I believe, to get an opportunity to play at Wyoming. He marketed himself by sending over 1,000 emails to college coaches. And look at him now. It's a beautiful story. It really is. Do I believe he's deserving of this? Oh, absolutely. Hell yeah. 100%. So listen, Allen has ripped up the final 4 years he had remaining on his current contract, starting fresh. I'm happy for him. Now he's probably compensated through 2030 in Buffalo. Last season, he lived up to what we know he can be. That's a franchise quarterback, somebody who is there to stay and hopefully in a few years lead the Buffalo Bills to a championship. He's doing everything you need him to do as a quarterback. He was the MVP last season. The guy who has been the second best player in football is not overpaid. Look at what he did last year. The guy who has been granted residency is getting rewarded for his body of work, aiming to one day be a Super Bowl champion. One of these days, Josh Allen is going to beat Patrick Mahomes to get to the biggest stage. The pressure can seem overwhelming. When you have the type of season he had, a pay-me type of season, your team is going to make sure you're taken care of. Top-tier quarterbacks are in short supply. They only come every so often. And who else can you get on the market to lead your offense? Of course, you're locking up your guy. I just can't ever wrap my head around the perception of him. I just feel like Josh Allen is misunderstood outside of Buffalo. You can never say he didn't earn every single dollar Buffalo is willing to give him. Pay your best players their worth now. You don't want to wait for the market to balloon even more. The fact that the Buffalo Bills rewarded him with 4 years left on his current deal shows you that Brandon Beane gets it. They basically tore up his contract saying, you know what? You're worth way more than that. It's an astronomical amount of money, but he's earned it. The MVP gets his. He passed Deshaun Watson for most guaranteed money ever for a quarterback. He's second to Dak Prescott in terms of average per year. I think this is a very appropriate extension for a quarterback in his prime coming off an MVP season. This new deal puts him past Trevor Lawrence's, Jordan Love's, past Tua's. That's how it should be. Those guys should not be making more than Josh Allen. In what universe? Since Josh Allen has been playing in the NFL, he has been arguably the best player in the league, not named Patrick Mahomes. The only knock on him is that he hasn't won in the playoffs because, as we know all too well, that one guy standing in his way and always doing just enough to beat him is no one other than Patrick Mahomes. Every season and every moment, Josh Allen is so close to finally getting over that hump. I know he hasn't gotten it done in the playoffs, but one day he'll get it done. He's just too good of a player, too talented of a player to come up short every year. I think just looking at him, he has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in the entire NFL, not named Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen is legit. He's big time. No question about it. I'm happy he got his money. Not only is he the most important player in Buffalo, but he's the engine that makes that offense go. He's got that juice. He's got that swagger. He's got that fire. Dog mentality. Produces for the offense. It's fair criticism to say he's overpaid because he's never won a road game. And because of his playoff failures. But you watch all these playoff games where he plays unbelievably well. I wouldn't really call that a failure. We know this is a guy who doesn't shrivel in big moments. We see what happened every time he squares off against Patrick Mahomes. He outplays him, but in totality, his team can never win. His career postseason numbers are absolutely absurd, but at the same time, you find fault in the quarterback because you're pushing this narrative that he can't beat the number one quarterback in the league every time his team sees the Chiefs. I have long viewed him as a top-tier quarterback, even though you see the 4 playoff losses. We can avoid the need to ask legitimate questions on whether or not he can get over the hump. He's outstanding, so they're paying him accordingly. This is a big one. Good for Josh Allen. I think he's set up basically to play a very long time in only one uniform and retire a Buffalo Bill if everything goes right. Lots of money. It's the kind of thing where a lot of Bills fans are jumping for joy. It's a day to celebrate because your quarterback is here to stay. He's not going anywhere. He's locked up for a very long time. He was great last year and was in a great situation. You know, this isn't a situation where you should be in a state of shock thinking, oh my goodness, $55 million a year? Well, yeah, that's a ton of money for one player, but when you see what the quarterback market looks like and the value of the quarterback position, Josh Allen was grossly underpaid. And so I think this is a very fair deal in terms of where it comes in. So I'm excited for Josh Allen. I'm excited for where he could end up in his career, what the future could look like for him by the time it's all said and done. Obviously, he's a paid player. There's expectations that come with with it. I watched the way he commanded the offense and the overall performance of the offense and how it's been perceived as a unit on the team that kind of brings that juice. I think for as much as we want Josh Allen to protect Wilson, the football, to keep it clean, not try to do everything, you've gotten that from him last season. Just looking at his growth and his overall body of work, he made a huge leap forward. And the crazy talk around him has calmed down a bit because he's improved. He's played the cleanest football of any quarterback. This is a day to feel good about the Buffalo Bills. I mean, think about it. He's awesome. He's really silenced a lot of people because now he's not reckless with the ball, cleaned that up, and now he's unstoppable. You're watching him almost completely remove negative plays from his game. And so now you look up, and you see a guy who has been nothing but the epitome of everything you had hoped for as this productive quarterback to your franchise. You've pushed him so far, and what he's done well is block out the outside noise and stay true to himself, believed in himself, and look what it's gotten him. Millions and millions of dollars. And so I'm excited to see where this goes. I know a lot of you are celebrating, jumping through tables in Buffalo. I know how crazy the fan base is there. It's one of the most passionate fan bases in sports. I got to give it to them. But once again, congratulations to Josh Allen. Well deserved. It was absolutely a great decision by the Buffalo Bills front office to make sure they lock up their quarterback. And I'm just, like I said, happy for him. Congratulations once again. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. Without you guys, none of this is possible. If you guys like sports, man, this is the place to come get some of the best sports content out there. Guys, do me a huge favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. Please, I need as much support as I can get. I really, really thank you guys tremendously. You guys make this possible, and this is what we do over here. We have great conversations about sports, man. So if you guys like this video, please smash the subscribe button. If you guys are watching this on TikTok, you guys know what to do. Follow me back on TikTok, and you guys can also follow me on Instagram, SportsJudge85, TikTok to SportsJudge85. All right, everyone, I'm checking out of here now. It's been real. Talk to you guys soon.